right, for this section, we are given equations for functions, or excuse me, relations, and we are asked to determine, are they a function? So in order to do this, we need to know, does every x give back one y? Well, the easiest way to do that when we're given the relation is to solve for y. So to do that, I'm going to subtract x from both sides of this equation. And that'll give me y equals 5 minus x. Now you should recognize that as a line eventually, and we'll go ahead and plot it here in a second. But let's plug in a value of x and see if it returns one or more values of y. So pick any value of x. Let's say x equals 2. So we'll plug that in. So y equals 5 minus 2. And that's just going to give me back 3. So that's a single value. And if we want, we could write that as an ordered pair, 2, 3. So I'm going to say, yes, this is a function. Now let's go ahead and look at the graph. So we had y equals 5 minus x. And as you can see, that's a line. And it looks to be that every point of x is just a single value of y that gets returned. So this is a function. All right, let's take a look at another example. This one here is already solved for y. So I have y equals x cubed plus 2. Okay. So let's say let x equal, I don't know, let's do 2 again. It's just easy to work with. So y equals 2 cubed plus 2. So that's 2 times 2 times 2. That's 8. And we get back 10. So we get the ordered pair 2, 10. And we could plug in another number. But I think we're safe here. So let's say, yes, I believe this is a function. And let's go ahead and take a look at the graph. So this is, we want x cubed plus 2. Okay. So it's a basic cubic function. It's been shifted up 2 units. That's what the plus 2 does to it. And as you see, if I look at any value of x here along the curve, I only get back 1y. And so again, I can say that this is indeed a function. All right, let's take a look at another example. X squared plus y squared equals 4. So again, eventually you might start noticing what these things are. This is the form of a circle, okay? Now, I said before, let's solve it for y, so let's do that. In order to do that, I need to subtract x squared from both sides. So I get y squared equals 4 minus x squared. Still not y equals. I want y equals as my equation. So I need to, in order to get rid of the square, I have to take the square root. So that's going to be y equals. And remember, when I take the square root of something, I technically get plus and minus. And that right there should be your cue that I'm going to get 2 solutions for every x that I plug in. So let's see. Let x equal 1. Okay. So y equals plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 1 squared. That's plus or minus square root of 4 minus 1, or plus or minus the square root of 3. That's 2 different answers. That gives me 2 points. It gives me x equals 1 root 3, and it gives me x equals 1 negative root 3. So this is not a function. All right, and let's just take a look at the shape. right? As we said, we believe this is going to be a circle. So here I will put in, I'll actually put it in that form. It should take it y squared. We want x squared, right? Add it together and equals 4. And you see we get a circle, and notice the radius is 2. Okay. You could also put in, if you like, and if you had to do this in your calculator, right, you'd want to do y equals, let's use their square root so we don't get confused. Let's see. Let's see. Thing here. Second. There we go. All right, square root. And so inside there, we need 4 minus x squared. All right, so let's get rid of this one. Notice we get the top half of the circle. And then if we do y equals negative square root of 4 minus x squared, notice we get the bottom half of the circle. So that's how you'd have to do it if you needed to do it in your calculator. Okay, let's continue. And we have x plus y cubed equals 4. So again, first thing you should do is get it to y equals. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. Y cubed equals 4 minus x. I want y equals, I don't like the y cubed, so to get rid of a cube, I'm going to take the cubed root. So that gives me y equals cubed root of 4 minus x. Now, you might be thinking, well, we just took the square root and we got 2 answers, but for the cubed root, we get just 1. So let x equal, let's say, let's see, let's try to make this nice. So make it negative 4. So y equals the cubed root of 4 minus a negative 4. That's the cubed root of 8, which is 2. And so I get the ordered pair, negative 4, 2. So that's a single ordered pair, right? The x only gave back one y value. Therefore, yes, this should be a function. Again, let's plot it. Let's put it in the form they gave us. X plus y cubed equals 4. And you see right here, or this looks to be okay, except maybe at 4. We gotta be a little careful here. Now, of course, if we zoom in all the way, this is not going to be exactly 4. So a little contrary to belief, by looking at it, this should be fine. I believe that's the last example. So we will stop there.